Yo, what is going on, guys? I hope you guys can hear me better now. So I got the Arctix Nova Pro headset in today, and I will tell you it is a world of difference. First of all, comparing to my Logitech G733 headset is the one thing I noticed, and another reason why my voice was so jumbled and mumbled in my previous video was because I couldn't hear myself speak. I don't know, I just didn't even think about that. You guys couldn't hear me, and the reason why is I couldn't hear myself speak. On this Arctis Nova, you could hear yourself speak, so it's like you're talking normally in life where you could hear yourself speak. So previously I'm talking and it's like as if I was deaf because I couldn't hear myself speak. So anyways, now that we got that all figured out, and I know that you guys can hear me better because I already did a test video, I'm going to also try to talk slower also to also help improve you guys be able to understand me. Okay, so resolution is 4K 3840 by 2160. HDR is disabled because my video editing software doesn't seem to like it. And then the graphic settings, we currently have DLSS at quality. I will turn it off in the future part of this video. Field of view is 90, film grain off, chromatic aberration off. All the graphic settings are basically highest setting, ultra, psycho, space reflections, and then all the ray tracing effects are on, and psycho ray trace lighting effects. Okay, so let's go ahead and play the game. Now this is 4K resolution with DLSS set to quality. So let's go ahead and play, and let's just see how it runs. And then I will experiment with different resolutions, and then with DLSS off. But I know you guys can hear me better, and now I realize that it was the headset that was the issue. And I know these Arctix Nova Pro headsets are really highly rated. And another thing is I'm going to try to speak slower also, because in my previous videos I was kind of rushing myself because it was early morning before work and I wanted to get the video out. I wanted to make the content and upload it before I left, and so I kind of had to rush the process, which caused me to speak faster and also made it harder for you guys to understand me, unfortunately. Okay, so that's 4K. Now let's lower the resolution to 1440p. Apply, and this is still DLSS on, so 1440p looks like we're... Oh, didn't want to crash there. Anyways, looks like we're around 97 frames per second. And one person asked me to turn frame timing on, so I do have that on, which you can see next to the frames per second. And also, one thing I want to mention is my i9 1300KF is at 5.7 GHz all-core overclock, but the MSI Afterburner beta that just recently came out does not support 13th-gen processor, so unfortunately, it doesn't show the actual speed of the processor or the wattage. But it is at 5.7 GHz all-core overclock, and then typical wattage during gaming is around 300 watts. Sometimes more, depending on what's going on or how much usage is being used for. Okay, so that's 1440p at max settings with DLSS on, and then now let's go to 1080p. And of course, this is with the Asus Strix RTX 4090 graphics card. Now, obviously, visual fidelity is much decreased now. It's very blurry, which is typical of lower resolutions, but frames per second looks like it jumped about 15 to 20. But frame timing is pretty decent, obviously. So, okay, so that's that. Now let's go ahead and turn off DLSS, and then let's really experiment with stuff. So here it is, completely off, 1080p, raw, no cheating, and we're getting about 93, 94 frames per second. Okay, so next we will test out 1440p. And again, this is DLSS off. And all other settings fully maxed out. So 63 frames per second. 66. Okay, now let's go to 4K, which I showed earlier, but I'm gonna just show you now in case. Actually, I didn't show you earlier, because earlier it was with DLSS on. Okay, so about 36 frames per second with DLSS off. So this, obviously this 4090 is quite a beast, so it's probably the only single GPU right now that could run this game above 30 frames per second without DLSS support, so pretty phenomenal results. Okay, so now let's really test things out. So unfortunately, I can't do 8K with DLSS on because I already tried that in a previous video. But let's go to 8K and let's put back on DLSS because that's just not going to work. Because I tried it prior and it just totally killed my stream. So. Okay, 8K resolution, DLSS set the quality. We're getting about 18 frames per second. But it looks beautiful. The game looks absolutely phenomenal. I mean, just look at that. You can totally tell how much better it looks. And then in a future video, I will adjust MHZ Afterburner overlay to make it larger. So when I do 8K tests, it will show up. So now, let's because we're at 8K now, let's try to really experiment with DLSS to see what kind of different results we could get here. So let's bring it to balanced and see what kind of frames per second we get. It still looks really, really good. So 24 frames per second, 25. But the frame timing is ridiculously high, obviously, because it's not running really good, but it still looks amazing. Okay, so now let's go to performance mode. And at performance mode at 8K, we're getting about 30 frames per second. And then what is the other setting that's even on here? I forgot what it is. There's auto. Oh, ultra performance. Let's do ultra performance. It's probably gonna look like crap though. So ultra performance, we're getting about 44 frames per second with everything maxed out. So that's that. So like I said in the feature video, I will adjust MSI Afterburner overlay to be larger for 8K tests. So anyways, let me know in the comments if you guys can hear me better. That was really the most important thing that I wanted to fix. And obviously it was the headset because, you know, if you can't hear yourself speak, I mean, it's just only natural that you're gonna not really talk how you normally talk in life, because if you can't hear yourself speak, it's obviously an issue. So luckily that's all fixed. So until then, we'll see you guys for the next video. I do have to reinstall Flight Simulator 2020. The issue was I had that on a different drive because I didn't have my RAID set up prior to my prior to my OS reinstall. So basically I had to reinstall it, so I could be reinstalling it tonight and then hopefully try to play it sometime either tomorrow or late tonight if I can. So stay tuned for that video, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Peace out, and thanks for watching. Enjoy the weather if the weather is nice where you are, and stay positive in life. Keep doing what you are doing. I'll see you guys for the next video. Peace out.